Hello, welcome back to another video diary entry by Connor Morphin Hickok. High school's over. Honestly, still pretty crazy to me that I finished high school. It's definitely a little upsetting that, I won't be able to, that I had to, say goodbye to my teachers and a lot of people I knew. But, I gotta go to college now. I'm still a little nervous about college. It's definitely, I feel like the most challenging aspect of it is gonna be the fact that I have to manage myself more than I did in high school, which I already managed myself plenty in high school. But there's more like now the stakes for managing myself are higher compared to high school. But yeah, it's over. Yeah. I'm kind of wish I would, I kind of wish I had to go to Concord High today. I kind of wish I had to do that. But I don't have to. Alright, well, let's just get into the diary entries. I know that the last day that I recorded one of these was May 25th. Okay, there are a couple long ones in here, but yeah, okay. So let's start off with May 25th, last Monday. May 25th was a very boring, just non-eventful day. Hold on. Damn, bro. My nose. Hold on. I think I'm good. Okay. Yeah, Monday was very eventful, non-eventful, and really, really boring. I did drive, on a different path than usual though, because I was driving to school with my mom in the car because I have my permit. But because Monday was Memorial Day, so we didn't have school. And my brother wanted to go to the arcade, so I drove us there, which was good practice for sure. I didn't really make any mistakes either. May 26th, Tuesday. Finals started on Tuesday, but psych went well. I got a 94 out of 100 because I'm built like that. And my stats presentation for AP Stats was great. Miss Lacey signed my yearbook on Tuesday, which I was very grateful for. I read it, and it definitely made me very emotional. I didn't cry, but it definitely made me emotional. Oh, yeah, Tuesday evening, though, was really rough. Because it's, okay, it's like, I don't know why. I don't know why, but sometimes it's like there's this wave of, what's the word? Worthlessness. That just kind of like washes over me. And I just feel terrible for a little bit. I don't know, it just randomly happens where sometimes I just feel completely worthless. And that literally I am not contributing nearly enough as I should. Hold on, there's ants trying to get on my phone. I'm not letting that happen. Oh crap. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what happened. I mean, Tuesday night was just really sucky. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I felt better the next morning, but I don't know. It was rough. Wednesday was the rest of my finals. They went pretty swell. I'm pretty sure I got really good grades on all of them. And I can't remember if I ever mentioned this in prior video diary entries, or the prior video diary entry, or in my notebook. I can't remember. But me and my brother have been watching Invincible, which has been a fun experience. You know, we're actually getting pretty hooked on the show. It's really good, honestly. I can understand why people caught on to it so hard when it released, because we finished season 1, and you know, we're a few episodes into season 2, where it's super good right now, for sure. May 28th, last Thursday, which was my last day of high school. It was definitely a very sad day, I'll say that. You know, it was definitely a little upsetting, that's for sure. You know, I said my goodbyes to my teachers. I talked to some friends. I talked to some people for the last time. Maybe. I don't know if I'll ever see them in the future or not. But yeah. It was the last day of high school for me. So let me talk about it. So, yeah, I was definitely having a wave of nostalgia that day, for sure. Although in stats, something crazy happened in stats. Okay, this is about Serenity. Now, I know I've talked about her plenty of times before, and I know that she's moved on, and then I ain't got no chance of her. But, like, this was crazy, okay? Let me just tell y'all, alright? So in stats, we were finishing up presentations, and Eric was signing Serenity's yearbook. And after he was done, he just kept it there on his desk, and because he knew I wanted to sign it. And so a presentation ended, and I asked Serenity, "Can I sign it?" And she nodded her head. So I signed it, and you know, I didn't think much of my signature. I mean, I wrote I wrote in here what I signed in her yearbook. Hold on. Okay, so basically, in her yearbook, I signed in her yearbook. I basically wrote that I apologized about how I treated her, because you know, after she rejected me, I kind of just ignored her for the rest of high school. I remember she rejected me junior year, like second semester of junior year, so I just ignored her for an entire year, which is not right of me at all, by the way. Not right at all. So I apologize for that. But I also stated that the reason why I did that is because, like, you know, she's my first crush ever, and there were just so many emotions that were so foreign to me, and I just couldn't handle it. I just didn't know how to handle it, and I guess that was my reaction, just like try and ignore it. But I also thanked her, well, quote unquote thanked her, and said that I do not regret her being my first crush, and that I should have treated her better. And you know, I didn't think much of this. You know, I just wanted to apologize and, like, you know, just like kind of sort of confess, you know. But yeah, at the end of class, like, the bell rang, and the bell rang like right as presentations ended, and she pulled me. She like, "Connor, come over here." And so, like, she pulled me aside for a second, and she hugged me, and this probably sounds really, really, really selfish, but I genuinely thought she was gonna kiss me. When she hugged me, I genuinely thought she was gonna kiss me. She didn't, but I genuinely thought she would. That hug made my heart race, dude. Like, oh my god, my heart was racing, and my legs were like slightly shaking. I was trying to hide it, but it was crazy. I don't even remember like, she said something. I don't even remember what she said to me after it and what I responded with. Like, I was so stunned. It was insane. Yeah, I don't know if it sounds selfish that I thought she was gonna kiss me or not. I don't know. It probably does, but yeah. And I just want to restate this, but I am like insanely touch starved, which is like, I don't know if y'all know what being touch starved means. It's like you don't really have physical contact with anyone, and it's like that can cause certain, I don't want to say issues, but things where, I want it, but it also is very nerve-wracking at the same time. So like that hug was like, made me really nervous, But for some reason, it's really just woman that makes me does that to me. I don't know. It's really just physical. It's really just physical touch with woman that does that to me. I don't know, man. And like, cause like it's probably part of that is because it's such a foreign feeling, and it's just like, I don't know how to react. Oh, the sun's starting to come up. I don't know if y'all can notice that in the background. I honestly have no idea if I was blushing or not. I have no idea. Hold on, I gotta turn this page. It was just a crazy experience overall. That hug was a crazy experience. And I wrote like a whole ass page. Thought I felt something in my mouth for a second. It was like a whole page, this diary entry. In English, we also put our names on a class mural in the quad. There's been like many years where like the class like paints a couple squares in the quad, and the class signs it, and we did that, and it was fun. It was super cool, in my opinion. It was really fun. After school, me and my brother, after school on Thursday was when me and my brother watched the final episode of season 1 for Invincible, which is great. Oh, hello there. Get off me, please. And that was all for Thursday. Friday was Friday was graduation. That was also really a pretty sad day. Who did I just get a text from? Hold on. I got, okay, yeah, there's a group chat that was made, and someone messaged in there. Let me get back to it. Friday was graduation. It was also a pretty sad day. Yeah, but in the morning we had grad practice, which was like an hour and a half. And unfortunately, people didn't listen, and they didn't know and they didn't do what they were supposed to. But they fixed that. They fixed that at the actual celebration, which is good. Thank God. Thank goodness for it. And after the grad practice, me and my brother went to the bank with our mom, and we opened a checking account and got a debit card. So that was really sick. That was really cool. And my parents also got us some graduation gifts, which included a laptop for college, which I was very thankful for, because having a laptop is going to be very useful and important. Graduation itself, though, was really awesome. It was really sick. There was so much cheering and screaming that was going on, and it was a really fun time. I chose Miss Lacey to hand me my diploma, which is like, here's the thing, I didn't cry at graduation, but that's really mostly because of all the adrenaline, because of how exciting it was. If I wasn't on all that adrenaline, I definitely would have cried, for sure, 100%. And it was super freaking awesome when I went up on that stage and Miss Lacey handed me my diploma. That was Like that's a once in a lifetime thing that you don't forget, you know? That's a once in a lifetime experience. But yeah, graduation was super freaking awesome. There was obviously like a bunch of guest speakers and stuff, and there was one point in the ceremony where one of the seniors, I forgot what song they sang, but like they had the song playing, and she was singing it, and all of the seniors got up to dance, and it was really sick. And then after grad, Nerds of the Night, which again is me, Cody, Eric, and Luke, we went to Denny's alongside of a couple other friends, Mac and Katya, which was super fun. I got 2 shakes. I got an Oreo shake and I got the Skeletor shake because of the Masters of the Universe movie coming out. Both were great. And apparently, that Denny's is just a spot for seniors after they graduate because there was like 10 other people we knew there. Like, what the hell? Like, okay, sure. And Eric, okay, at the dinner, Eric told me that apparently Serenity cried over what I wrote in her yearbook. That's crazy to me. Like, that's genuinely insane to me that she cried over that. And it's just like, man, okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's this friend that both of us know named Gabe, and I'm pretty sure they're dating. I'm pretty sure. Because I see them hang out all the time, and I'm pretty positive that they're dating. So, you know, I don't have a chance, but, you know, that, you know, good for her. You know, sucks for me, but I don't know. But hey, one day it'll happen, you know, one day I'll get into a relationship, one day it'll happen. But, yeah. Yeah, Thursday and Friday were really heartbreaking. That's for sure. May 30th, last Saturday, I went to see the Backrooms movie with Sho and Eric. It was very disturbing and very scary. Now, according to my mom, it wasn't that bad. In terms of a horror movie, it wasn't that bad. But, man, I don't even watch horror movies. But yeah, it was a really good movie, though. I would highly recommend anyone watches it. I think Kane Pixels, or, you know, his actual name, Kane Parsons, I think. I think that was his last name. Very well done job, for sure. I think he did a really good job adapting the Backrooms into a movie. But honestly, I think I prefer the YouTube series more. But that's just me, though. You know, the movie was very good, for sure. And that was all for Saturday. And Sunday, I don't know why I wrote that nothing happened yesterday. A lot happened yesterday. My mom cut off her thumb doing yard work, which was really scary. We couldn't find the part in the front yard, which sucks. And hold on, okay, so this is her thumb. She cut off like about, well, okay, my fingernail isn't as long as hers, but she cut off, what the fuck? There's an ant stuck on my finger, dead ant. So her thumbnail is longer than mine, but she cut off like about halfway down her thumbnail. And she's like, oh, you know, like over the phone, my dad says, oh, you know, she only cut like the tip off. That's a lot of thumb cut off, dude. She literally lost part of her bone, she said. I don't know what my dad's on about. But yeah, it was scary, but she's okay now. I mean, I don't know how she's gonna adapt to this new change. You know, literally part of her freaking thumb's off. But yeah. And also because my mom had her finger cut off, I myself made dinner for me and my brother. I think that was the first time ever I made dinner entirely by myself, which was sick. It came out great, which is awesome. And you know, that's another step towards adulting, which was sick. And yeah, that's all for now. High school's over. I got summer for a few months until I start college. Yeah. You know, one thing I really hope I accomplish in college is that I at least get some relationship experience. Cause I feel like at this point, you know, I'm 18, I'm in college, I should really try and get into a relationship at this point. And you know, I've been itching. I've been have I been desperate? I guess I have been kind of, because you see, I'm what you would consider a what's the word? A hopeless romantic. You know, the type of person who wants to be in a relationship so bad, but they just can't get into one. And honestly, I might get I might get Tinder, or I might get some dating app if, you know, it doesn't work out at DVC. Honestly, cause I don't know. I don't know. It's just I'm not lonely. I'm not lonely, and I'm not alone. You know, I have plenty of people I know who I can hang out with and, you know, have a good time with. But it's just like, I don't have the intimacy. I just don't have someone who I can be like intimate with, you know? Which, you know, just, I want that, you know? I don't know. And, you know, again, I'm not blaming Serenity. I'm not mad at Serenity that, you know, she rejected me. I'm not mad at her for that, you know. That's her decision, you know. I don't control her life, you know. But, you know, good for her that, you know, she found another person that she can be with after she, you know, her and her first boyfriend broke up. But, you know, I hope that can happen to me, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope that can happen to me. But yeah, dude, I've been yapping for 22 goddamn minutes. It's almost 5 o'clock. I'm probably gonna rest for a little bit when I get home, and then I'm gonna go on my run. I'll probably go on my, my legs asleep. Yeah, I'll probably go on a run right after this. You know, one thing, I did in that thank you video that I sent to my teachers, I did put in the description the unlisted playlist that contains all these video diaries, and who knows, maybe some of my teachers will follow my story. I don't know. But that's all I got for now. I'm gonna catch y'all later. Peace.